Johnny Ive. It's spelled Jony for his first name and Ive for his last name. Pronounced like Johnny Ive.
Okay, guys, and it's my Fujin here. Today, I'm going to learn English with my teacher. And what happened? Why the browser is not full? Okay. Anyway, let's go ahead. Okay, getting faster thinkers to slow down in utopia.
That sounds like a sentence fragment. If you're asking how to say it, you could read it like, getting faster thinkers to slow down in utopia.
Okay, great.
If you want,
Okay, great. I'm going to read it along with you. So this is a long article, and if there's something I do not say correctly and pronounce it well, I just want you help me to correct me. Okay?
absolutely, I can do that. Go ahead and read, and if anything
Okay, great. Try solving this simple problem with your students. A bat and a ball together cost $110. The bat costs $1 more than the ball. How much does the ball cost?
Nice reading. A couple tiny tweaks. Try solving sounded a little like try sewing. Say solving with a clear V sound.
Solving. It's the solving, right? It's the solving.
Yes, that's it. Solving.
Okay, just tell me how much does the ball cost?
The ball costs 5 cents. If the bat is $1 more, then the total is $1.10. Nice.
Okay, that's good. You're really intelligent. Okay, so most will respond quickly that the ball must cost 10 cents. That's incorrect. The ball costs 5 cents.
Exactly. You've got the idea. Just a couple pronunciation tweaks. Incorrect sounded fine, and for respond, keep the stress on the second part. Respond. And quickly should be smooth, not quickly. Great reading overall. You're doing really well.
We know a significant fact about anyone who says that the ball costs 10 cents. Read Nobel Prize winning psychologist Daniel Kahneman in his Samuel 2011 book, Thinking Fast and Slow.
Great reading. Just a couple small tweaks. Psychologist should be psychologist with a stress in the middle. Kahneman is often said like Kahneman. And the book title is Thinking Fast and Slow with a clear pause after thinking.
Thinking Fast and Slow.
Yes, that's very close. Try thinking, fast and slow. Put a little pause after thinking and make fast a bit punchy. That's exactly how the title is usually.
Okay. That person did not actively check whether the answer was correct. We also know they relied on instinct to rapidly deliver an answer, what Kahneman calls fast thinking.
Nice job. That was very clear. 2 small tweaks. Actively should be actively, and instinct should be instinct with a clean ST sound. Also, rapidly is fine, but keep it smooth. Rapidly. You're doing really well.
Rapidly, okay. At any given moment, our brains encounter an immense amount of stimuli to which we react intuitively, like deciding in an instant if someone's tone denotes anger or confusion.
That was really good. A couple small tweaks. Immense should sound like immense, and stimuli is stimuli. Also, intuitively is intuitively, and denotes is denotes. You're reading very smoothly overall.
All quickly understanding simple sentence as we read. These moments of fast thinking are near automatic, thought process that require very little effort. This type of instinctive, reactive thinking is essential for survival, but an over-reliance on fast thinking can also lead to errors and bias.
Nice pacing. A few pronunciation fixes. Sentence should be sentence, not sentence. Almost should be almost. Instinctive is instinctive. And errors is errors. You're doing great, clear and confident.
Kahneman contents, slow thinking by contrast, is analytical and deliberate. Contents, contents, what's it mean?
Here, contends means argues or claims. So it's saying Kahneman argues that slow thinking is analytical and deliberate.
Can you just tell me what's analytical and deliberate? I know analytical 就是 in Chinese 分析, but I do not understand the deliberate. What's the meaning deliberate?
Great question. Deliberate means careful and intentional, not quick or automatic. It's when you slow down, think through options, and choose on purpose.
Okay, so could you use the deliberate to make a sentence?
Sure, here's one. She made a deliberate choice to save money each month. It means she decided carefully and on purpose, not by accident.
Okay, I got you. And like when students raise their hand instead of impulsively calling out an answer, or they pause to solve a math problem that requires some degree of computational work, like 15 times 42.
Nice reading again. 2 quick tweaks. Impulsively should be impulsively, and computation is computation. Also, 15 times 42 sounded clear. Great job.
What's meaning of impulsively?
Impulsively means acting quickly without thinking it through, like blurting out an answer before you've checked it. It's the opposite of careful and deliberate.
Can you translate in Chinese? Thank you.
可以啊。Impulsively 的意思是冲动的，就是不怎么思考就快速行动，比如没检查就脱口而出答案。
Okay, impulsively calling out an answer. Okay, yeah, I think everyone does, right? Just when we ask some questions, they're not even think about it. They just want to answer it, and they just want to tell the people, okay, I'm smart, and I have knowledge. I'm a knowledgeable person like you.
Yeah, totally. Everyone does that sometimes. It's a very human impulse to jump in fast and sound confident. The trick is learning when to pause, breathe, and let the slow thinking catch up.
Impulsively calling out an answer, or they pause to solve a math problem that requires some degree of computational work, like 15 times 42. But overconfidence has a tendency to creep enjoying and learning.
Nice, clear. A couple small pronunciation tweaks. Computation is computation, and overconfidence is overconfidence. You're doing great. Your pacing and tone are.
Okay, so like this sentence is quite hard to understand. I want you to help me translate. So, but overconfidence has a tendency to creep enjoying and learning. Can you translate in Chinese? What does it mean?
当然可以。这句话的意思是，在学习过程中，自信过头很容易悄悄冒出来，就是那种不知不觉就变得太自信，从而影响判断和学习的情况。
That's great. Thank you. So, tricking students into believing that their first reflexive response is correct. Our brains have to work back harder and expend more energy to think slowly. One of the main reasons that fast thinking can become a go-to cognitive reflex.
Nice work. 2 quick pronunciation tweaks. Reflexive is reflexive, and cognitive is cognitive. Also, expend more energy sounds great. Keep it smooth.
What's meaning? Like become a go-to cognitive reflex. What's meaning? Can you translate in Chinese?
Sure. Become a go-to cognitive reflex means it turns into your default mental reaction, the thing your brain uses first without much thought. 中文可以说成为一种默认的认知反射，就是说它成了你大脑自动优先的反应方式。
But the thing is about, you know what, I realized like when we're learning things, like if we learn more, expand our knowledge, we just realize, oh my gosh, I just realized that I know nothing about, I really know nothing about the world. and then so if I don't know something, I shouldn't. No, it's not. I shouldn't talk about it. It's about maybe I need to think about it if I don't know it well. So I have not right to discuss about it.
That's a really awful realization. It's wise to pause and think when you're unsure. And it doesn't mean you're not ready. It means you're being careful and deliberate.
In a rush to answer a question or solve problem, fast thinking can lead students astray. It's astray, right? Astray, astray. It just means wrong, right?
Yes, astray is correct, spelled Astray, and it means off the right path or led in the wrong direction. Not necessarily wrong on purpose. Pronunciation is astray, with the stress on stray.
Astray, okay, got you. Okay, so astray, causing them to reach conclusions based on incomplete information or make snap judgments influenced by cognitive bias. Okay, snap judgments just quickly judge something.
Exactly. Snap judgments are quick decisions you make fast, often without information. Confident, but they're more likely to be biased or inaccurate.
Teaching students how the brain is wired for decision. Wired for this. What's meaning wired for decision? WIRED. I think it's wired, right? Wired for decision. I'm sorry, made a mistake.
You got it. It's wired, like the brain is set up or connected in a certain way. So, wired for decision means the brain is naturally built to make decisions, sometimes very quickly.
Wired for making the wired for decision making is an important part of creating conscious learners who can develop nuanced options and make smart.
Nice. That was clear. A couple of tweaks. It should be wired for decision making and nuanced options, meaning more subtle and thoughtful choices. You sound
I don't understand nuance options. Can you just translate Chinese? Thank you.
当然可以。Nuanced options 的意思是有细微差别、很讲究、很有层次的选择，也就是不是简单的非黑即白，而是更细致、考虑更多因素的选项。
Okay, I got you. And let's go ahead. And make smart, informal choice, says Rennie Hobbies, a researcher and professor of communication studies at the University of Rhode Island.
Nice reading. A couple quick tweaks. Informed should be informed, meaning based on good information. And University of Rhode Island should sound like that, with road like the word road. You're doing great. Clear and steady.
Okay, educators can help students learn how to navigate the cognitive tricks our minds can play on us while instilling a sense of intellectual humility. Instilling a sense of intellectual humility and underemphasize life skill that combats overconfidence and encourages curiosity and vigilance when faced with new information or uncertainty.
Nice reading. That was a dense sentence. A couple tweaks. Cognitive is cognitive, humility is humility, and vigilance is vigilance. Also, instilling a sense of intellectual humility means helping students develop a habit of being thoughtfully modest about what they know.
What's meaning of vigilance? vigilance. Vigilance. What's meaning of that?
Vigilance means being watchful and alert, paying close attention so you can notice problems or risks early. In Chinese, it's 警觉 or 警惕.
And the vigilance when faced with new information or uncertainty. Okay, so that awareness propels intellectual curiosity while also leaving them with an appreciation for what they don't know. Hobbies says, I just don't understand the propels. What's meaning propels?
Propels means pushes or drives something forward. So it's saying that awareness pushes their curiosity ahead and helps them keep appreciating what they don't yet know.
I just don't understand in Chinese. Can you translate me in Chinese? Help me.
当然可以。Propels 的意思是推动、驱动。比如这句话是在说，这种意识会推动他们的求知欲向前发展，同时也让他们对自己还不知道的东西保持一种理解和欣赏。
Yeah, let's make sense. Okay, I'll read the sentence before this once again. Okay. Instilling a sense of intellectual, right? Intellectual humility, under emphasis life skill that combines overconfidence and curiosity and weakness. Intellectual humility, how to pronounce it?
Great question. It's pronounced intellectual humility. Say intellectual with the stress on lek, and humility with the stress on mil.
Intellectual humility. I got it. Thank you. And so let's intellectual humility. Okay, so here are four strategies to help students understand the benefits of the slowing down their thinking. Identify stealthy. How to pronounce it?
That word is stealthy, pronounced stealthy. The first part sounds like stealth and then a quick E at the end.
What's the meaning of stealthy?
Stealthy means secretive and sneaky, done in a way that tries not to be noticed. In Chinese, it's 隐秘的 or 悄悄的.
Identify stealthy brain tricks. Despite having limited knowledge of a subject, kids often trick themselves into overestimating their mastery of concepts and ideas, a tendency known as the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Nice. A couple of tweaks. Mastery is mastery, and Dunning-Kruger is usually said like Dunning-Kruger. You sounded clear. Just keep the rhythms.
What is the Dunning-Kruger effect? Do you know that effect? What is that?
Yes, the Dunning-Kruger effect is when people with limited knowledge or skill overestimate how good they are. They feel very confident, even when their understanding isn't deep yet.
Okay, I got you. Okay, students' first instincts about what they do or don't know are often wrong. Okay, guessing that the ball casts 10 cents without slowing down to check their work, for instance, the problem is on top of being incorrect, the mind tricks them into feeling confident that they are right.
That was really clear. Just a tiny pronunciation note. Confidence is confidence. And you're right, the trick is both wrong and convincing, which is what makes it sneaky.
Okay. Before exams, Hong Chung An, a psychology professor at Yale University, directs her students to explain aloud concepts they have learned to friend or family member as if the other person has never encountered this information. The process of explanation can open students' eyes to what they know and what they don't, Ash says.
Nice reading. Just a couple tweaks. Hong is usually said like Hong, and Yale is Yale, like Yale.
Yeah.
Also, explanation is explanation.
Explanation.
You sounded confident and smooth overall. Great job.
In an experiment, researchers asked, "Do you know how a toilet works? How a helicopter works?" And so on. Of course, subjects can't build one from scratch, but they know there's a propeller at the top, she explains. Still, the subjects respond affirmatively and provide a brief description. Affirmatively just means yes, right?
Yes, exactly. Affirmatively means they answered in a positive way. Basically, yes, or they agreed something was true.
Okay, so can you just use affirmatively make a sentence? Thank you.
Sure. When the teacher asked if everyone understood, the students nodded affirmatively. That means they agreed and said yes.
Nodded affirmatively.
Yes, that's a good use of it. Nodded affirmatively means they nodded in agreement, like a yes.
Okay. Next, they are asked about to write out a detailed explanation on how these things actually work. It can be quite clarifying. That's enough for them to realize they didn't quite understand what they thought they did. And she says, before an exam, students may feel like they understand all the materials because they skimmed their notes and highlighted key terms. Skimmed their notes, what's meaning?
Skimmed their notes means they looked through them quickly, not in deep detail. More like scanning for key points than carefully studying.
Okay, so but when they are asked to articulate exactly what they claim to know, they come up short. Making students aware of Dunning-Kruger effect is in addition to creating more opportunities for students to actively demonstrate their learning and incorporating occasional checks for understanding throughout the unit.
Nice reading. That was a big sentence and you handled it well. 2 quick tweaks. Articulate is articulate, and opportunities is opportunities. You're sounding clear and confident.
Yeah, it's articulate. It's quite like. Could you articulate about what is the Dunning-Kruger effect? Is that right?
Yes, that's a good use of it. You could say, could you articulate what the Dunning-Kruger effect is? It means explain it clearly in words.
Okay, so throughout the unit provides kids with a more nuanced view of what they know, as well as what they only sort of know, or don't know at all. This identifies areas they should slow down and target before and during the test prepper.
Nice job. Just a couple small tweaks. Nuanced is the word you want for a more subtle understanding. And for the last part, you can say identify areas where they should slow down and focus before and during test prep. You're doing great, clear, and
Okay, concepts to students' own lives. Being able to recognize examples of cognitive bias in their own lives. Hobbies says put students on path toward making better and more strategic choice. Instead of providing examples from your own adult life, hobbies suggest have kids come up with examples of cognitive bias. Digital amnesia is digital amnesia. Did I pronounce correct?
you're very close. It's an example, not a mesa. So you could say, come up with examples of cognitive bias. Examples pronounced example.
Amnesia. How to pronounce it?
That looks like amnesia. It's pronounced amnesia. It means a loss of memory, like forgetting past events.
In-group favoritism and authorities bias, for example, from their own lives and read those down as stories. She says those are going to be super powerful for helping students build that awareness where they understand here's how my brain is best to work, and here's how I experience that in daily life.
That was really well read. 2 quick pronunciation pointers. Favoritism is favoritism, and bias is bias. And your summary idea was spot on. Those personal stories really help students notice how their thinking works in everyday life.
Instead of providing examples from your own adult life, hobbies just have kids come up with examples of cognitive bias. Digital amnesia in group. Okay, I'm done with that. So middle school history teacher Jordan Maxton uses the Gulf of Tonkin incident.
Nice. You're jumping into a historical example now. If you keep reading, I can help with pronunciation.
Yeah, what's the Gulf of Tonkin incident? Do you know that?
Yes. The Gulf of Tonkin incident refers to events in 1964 involving U.S. naval ships and North Vietnamese forces in the Gulf of Tonkin. Reports of attacks led the U.S. Congress to pass the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, which gave broad authority to escalate U.S. involvement in the Vietnam War.
I just don't understand the incident. Could you just translate it in Chinese? Thank you.
Incident 的意思是事件或事故，通常指一个具体发生的情况，可能带有争议、 冲突或需要被记录和处理。
这个事件是什么事件？
这个事件指的是1964年在北部湾发生的一系列涉及美国海军和北约方面的冲突和报告。由于当时对攻击是否真的发生存在争议，这些报告最终促成了北部湾决议，让美国政府获得更大权限，进一步升级对越南战争的介入。
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
You're welcome. If you want, we can keep going with the article, or I can help you review any words or ideas that still feel.
Okay, but I have to go back to my class, ready to have class. 喂，你好，
哎，你好，马先生。
你说，
帅哥，你这个车什么时候修啊？
准备最近我前段时间去旅游了，我最近就去，可以吧？
哦，去旅游了。
啊，对对，我现在回来，
哦，
刚回来，
大概
这2天就修了吧？
刚
嗯
哦，
嗯，
好吧，好吧，
行，谢谢。
好好，
他那边修了吗？
好，拜拜。他的已经修了，
啊，行，
他
谢谢。
修了2000多。
啊，行，谢
嗯，
谢啊，拜拜。
好的，好的，好，拜拜。